name's Joan Herbig, and I'm CEO of ControlScan. I'm happy to be here this morning. How many people here have ever had your credit card data stolen? Can't see, but I see the ControlScan team holding their hands up. What you might not know is that 80% of the breaches that occur at merchants who are not PCI compliant. So you're wondering, what's PCI compliance? The 5 card brands came together to set a standard that allows merchants to all consistently comply with protecting cardholder data. At ControlScan, we offer PCI compliant solutions that are oriented specifically to small merchants. Rather than selling directly to the small merchants, we sell to banks who typically process transactions for thousands or hundreds of thousands of small merchants. At ControlScan today, we have partnerships with over 90 banks, and they collectively represent over 700,000 small merchants. So you might be wondering, why is PCI compliance for small merchants a hard problem to solve? The first reason is that it's a vast market. In the US alone, there are 6 million small merchants. And based on a study that we recently conducted, 66% of these small merchants have never even heard of PCI compliance. And yet, interestingly, 85% of the breach events that occur at the small merchant level. Small merchants are really focused on running their businesses, delivering pizza or selling shoes over the internet, and they're not really focused on data security. The other problem is for banks. It is their responsibility to educate and engage merchants in the process around PCI compliance. And in the event of a breach, it is the bank that's held responsible for non-compliance fines that can range up to $500 million. So enter ControlScan. We see engaging small merchants in the process a bit like herding cats. So we have married technology with process and people to drive high merchant compliance rates and to ensure that merchants are engaged in the process, and we call this Smart Reach. Our technology is very straightforward. We have a merchant-facing portal that provides all the tools that a merchant needs to become compliant. We also have a portal for the banks that allows them to see at any given point in time the state of compliance of their portfolio. Our process is high-touch and highly targeted system that uses a variety of communications to guide the merchant through the process. We use behavioral targeting, so we understand exactly where a merchant is in the process, and we will use a variety of communications mechanisms, including the intervention of humans, to help move them to completion. All of this is meant, again, to ensure that the merchant is compliant and to protect your cardholder data. The result is that we've reduced risk for the bank, we've reduced risk for the merchant, and we've reduced risk for the consumer. Thank you very much for your time.
Or was it? Okay. Good morning. I'm Srlya Kilambi, the CEO of Srlya Green Materials. I want to talk about cement. Now, how many of you knew that cement is the second most used commodity on earth after water? How many knew that it's the building block for modern civilization along with steel? But having said that, cement is basically the second most polluting commodity also. It produces 5% of the world's carbon dioxide, consumes 2% of the world's energy, and requires a very high temperature and very high energy, and also emits very harmful components like mercury, and is a very big target of EPA compliance right now. And most cement companies are looking for green solutions to help solve their issues. So what's so unique about Srlya cement? Well, for the first time since Romans built paved roads, we have changed the science. The science took 2,000 years to change. Our technology is based on combustion synthesis. It takes just 20 seconds as opposed to 40. It lowers the cost of production by half. And also, it also is about 30% less carbon and energy. We have received the validation from Holcim and BASF, two of the biggest companies, and we are going to the pilot plant. This slide or this picture shows the evolution of a cement as it moved from the age of Romans to today. And it's basically the cement is a huge green big kiln. It's the single largest rotating equipment on earth. My goal is to put the kiln in the museum in 5 years from now with about much smaller reactors. And our technology enables that. And basically we use nanotechnology. We have a 10 seconds of operations time, and we produce the same Portland cement with energy surplus and carbon deficient, as opposed to Portland cement with the same strength. And we are setting a pilot plant as we speak. And we have a potential to make very high advanced properties. And also the most important, if you see this slide, is that our reactor on the right is 50 times smaller and can replace the cement completely with the kiln. So hopefully in 2 to 5 years' time, with the help of the biggest cement companies, you will see a green cement in the market, which will change, hopefully, and reverse the global warming to a big extent, as cement is the second largest carbon dioxide and greenhouse gas emitting, and we would actually change about 50 to 70% of that by lowering it down. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Jim Denany, and I manage online media solutions for Concurrent. And as soon as our presentation comes up, I will get started. There we go. Concurrent is a video solutions company based here in Duluth, Georgia. We built our video business by developing technologies that enable pay TV service providers to offer revenue-generating services to their subscribers. We've actually won a couple of Emmy Awards for innovative technology that we've built for these customers. We've now evolved our business to providing solutions to the broader video market, including internet and wireless service providers as well. It actually all starts with delivering the video so that users can consume the video on any device, ranging from a small handheld computer with a small screen, like a smartphone, all the way up to a large screen, high-definition television. Video services generate a tremendous amount of data. Our solutions are used by our customers to measure and manage that data so that they can then offer more targeted content and advertisement packages to their subscribers. The next generation of video applications can then be developed on this foundation, utilizing the intelligence that's gained from the data that we've collected, as well as creating applications that give consumers more control over how they consume and interact with their content. An example of a next generation video application that we developed is i2TV. i2TV is a cloud-based personal video sharing application. It allows users to capture their content and then publish that content to the cloud so that they can make it available to anybody that wants to access it, but in a controlled and secure manner. This may sound familiar to you with services like YouTube. The difference with i2TV is that consumers can actually consume the content on their television without the need for any special new devices or complex configuration. This means that your grandmother can actually watch, or your kid's grandmother can actually watch the kid's soccer game that you've captured, and all she has to do is interact with it by using her remote control. This kind of application bridges the gap between today's tech-savvy community and the masses of people that want to consume content in ways that they're very familiar with. To wrap up, Concurrent provides solutions to our customers that allow them to deliver the highest quality video user experience, to measure and manage the data associated with those services so that they can then build the next generation of value-added video-based applications. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Val Romani, CEO of Damballa, the internet security company. Traditional security is failing us. Every day we risk our identities, our companies, our national defense, even our personal safety. Every year, billions of dollars are stolen. Traditional security companies try to prevent criminals attacking our machines. But the smart criminals today can outsmart all of those traditional security products and find ways through them to infect our PCs or our smartphones. And once they're there, they establish two-way remote control of those devices for theft and for crime. Every network is infected. Damballa was founded out of Georgia Tech back in 2006. We take a fundamentally different approach. We know that machines will be infected. And we've invented a way for a sensor to sit in a network to alert when we see a criminal trying to establish communication with that infected machine. Then, before he can do any damage at all, we cut him off. And we give all his details to law enforcement. We have 7 patents pending, and last year our technology won the Google Research Award grant, one of only 5 awarded. So how do we do it? We combine unique skills from Georgia Tech and Damballa in the areas of internet security as well as machine learning to build systems that can predict when a criminal is attempting to communicate to a device, even if we have never seen that criminal site before. And that's the real key here to solving this problem. So let's look at how we do it. This is an example. Think of this as a threat map. Our researchers have devised a way to cluster together the communication characteristics associated with each type of threat. Then once they've clustered them, they label the ones we know. So on this chart, the big peak at the top is Zeus. This is a botnet that attacks banks. By clustering these, they can then, when we have a sensor in a network, then when our sensor sees something it's never seen before, it knows immediately whether it's part of a criminal network, and it can cut it off. No one else has this capability. So our technology is having a huge impact in the market. Last year we grew 500%, and we have many of the Fortune 1000 customers. One of those, Comcast, recently made an announcement with us where they are launching a first-of-a-kind service to protect their subscribers from cybercrime. They've called it Constant Guard, and it's based on our technology. Another of our customers, eBay, has said that we're transforming the way they think about cloud security. Finally, I'm very excited to say that our innovation resulted in a 12 million new equity round last year and brought in Paladin, a great VC from DC, into the Atlanta area. And we created 40 new jobs last year, and we'll do about the same this year. New money, new jobs into Georgia. Yay! Thank you.